Alright, this is an effect that I'm working on. I have here a picture of a red ball here. Okay, and take it and do a little trick with it. Show my hands empty. Have the spectator usually involved in it. Usually what I do is I have the spectator involved with it, and they hold out their hand, and I'm just not performing it, I'm exposing it here. I have the thumb tip loaded in my tie here. Now if you're standing up, this is easier. This is harder to do sit down. But I have a little pocket that I made here in my tie. And so when you adjust your tie, you just slip your thumb in. You want to make sure the thumb's going the right direction in there. So it'll just look like you adjust your tie for a second. That's how you still on the thumb. Okay. And then what you would do is roll this up. Okay. It's a really simple effect. Creating this for beginners. And then you'd reach inside the thumb and pull out the ball. Now, this one actually got stuck in here, so I'm using the wrong kind of thumb tip on this one. I usually use a different one. But what I do is I'll pull it out, and then I'll show it's vanished from the picture. So in this video, you know, for the stupid people that are out there that think I'm exposing magic, just go away. Really, no hecklers wanted here. Just go away. For the people that want to learn something, you're welcome here. Here I'm going to talk about some methods. Okay, I'm talking about a lot of different sponge ball methods and some different ideas with the sponges. Okay, you have the sponge 4. You have the nothing sponge. Okay, you have this sponge, which you can turn inside out, and you can change it into a bigger sponge. There's a lot of different gaffs to use with the sleight of hand. Like I said, the thumb, this idea with the thumb, and you can use this for other things as well. It's a great idea because you just adjust your tie. It takes 1 second. See, no thumb on, thumb on. Just as I adjust my tie. That's a natural action to adjust your tie, straightening your tie. Now, I'm going to talk about another way to ditch the thumb. Let's say you have a ball here, and you have this, okay, and you steal it when you put a prop away in your pocket. You come out with this. You show this thing, okay. So you have a black sponge, thumb tip, and another sponge. Okay, you put like a deck of cards, a pen, whatever in your pocket, and then you come out with this. You show the ball, which you just produced from a different effect, whatever you want to do. Place it in your hand. Now, as I roll up my sleeves, okay, this goes straight back. As I roll up my sleeves, I put the thumb up there. It's a beautiful ditch that that I came up with, that I use. So you can use it for a color changing sponge ball. You can do all kinds of really neat things with it. Okay. So the ditch, which I'll show you, it's so easy. All you're doing is, okay, you're showing the sponge, put it in your hand, stuff it in here, load it through the back. Then you don't even have to show your hand with the thumb, because, I mean, you could, but you just come straight back along the arm here. It goes right up the sleeve, see, as you push your sleeve back. Okay, you could transfer hands to make it natural. Roll up this sleeve, roll up this sleeve, and then you can have them do a color change, whatever you want to do. So I'm going over some different methods because this is kind of for beginners. This one, to tell you the truth, this one's for beginners, but I'm giving some different ideas. Like there's so many things, you're gonna have to make a lot of videos. This is a cool idea. You can do, like, instead of a sponge bunnies, you can do the babies, and you can use the thumb, but you don't need to. You can just have these palmed in your thumb, wherever you want. Have the two balls examined, and then as you pick these up, as you put them together, you just load, and it's as simple as that. See, I've got them bunched up, hidden behind, and I can hold it with just 2 fingers, so you can show it really clean. Put it into the spectator's hand, and you can say, you know, where babies come from, you know, make a whole bunch of jokes, and then say friction, and then boom, the sponge balls make babies in their hands. So these are some different sponge finales and different sponge sequences. The sponge balls are very commercial. The magic happens in the spectator's hands. Very commercial effects. Okay, so I'm going to show my sponge routine now. Okay, well, I'm going to show different equipments, different ways to hide sponges. I can usually hide a sponge right here really easily, roll up in my sleeve. And you might say, why do I do that? Well, it's because usually I'll produce the first sponge from, I'll show you a couple different variations that I have of recent. A pack of cards and stuff, and then you can either have it on a joker if you don't have a blank card. For you kids that don't have just use 2 jokers and still draw a red dot on it and say, look, the joker is holding he's holding something in his hand. Okay, so you just use the jokers. But for this one, I'm going to show you a couple different methods. Okay, the first method, you have 2 blank cards. Okay, you have a red marker which has got no ink on it left. Just dry out the ink, and what you do is you show a card, and then you do a double lift towards yourself. You pretend to draw the ball on it. Okay. Now you're going to have this sponge loaded in your tie, with it sticking out just a little bit. This is going to be, you don't want it sticking out too much, but you want it loaded in your tie. I've got this pocket here, so this will be here. So I'm going to show some things here. Now, you show this, okay? You pretend to draw with the red marker, put the marker away, or set the marker down. Lots of jokes with a magic marker, obviously don't want to go into those bad jokes. You do a double turnover, okay? Now you set this down. Now if this card is a little bent, that's fine, it doesn't matter, because you've switched it, okay? They think it's the red ball. Now you're going to have someone hold out their hands, have them do some funny things, adjust your tie. As you adjust your tie, you're going to steal the thumb tip on from the pocket here. It's very simple. You're just, telling them to hold up their hand, blah, blah, blah. You have the thumb, okay, which is loaded on. You're going to hide that behind. Now you're going to roll this up. So the thumb is in here. Okay, being very careful not to do that where it pops out. Okay, now, so you want to hold it there, like a tube. Now, you pretend to pull it out of the picture. Okay, see? Now you put the thumb tip on, and then you show this thing is blank, and you can hand it out. They can examine this. This is a beautiful effect, okay? I have other ways to do it. Then you can have the thumb, which you can ditch up your sleeve as you roll up your sleeves back. Oh, I forgot about this one. We'll talk about that one now. So usually I'll produce the first ball. I'll let them examine it. I'll show my hands completely empty, making a magical gesture for an excuse to show empty. As I roll up the sleeves, I'll roll up the sleeve. Okay, I'll roll up this sleeve. Now my thumb will go in, and I will just see how if I move this a little, it pops out. You can thumb clip it right there as you're just toying with your sleeve a little bit. So in a split seconds, you can get to the sponges, to the positions. Now you can do a split here. Sometimes I'll use a mirror. I'll set a mirror here, and I'll do a mirror split. You can do different splits. Okay. You can just take them like this. You push them together. Basically, this is palmed. You're going to pick this up, loading the one underneath the other. You're then going to push your finger here, so it still looks like one ball. And you're going to make the sign in half. You can say, look, this is like sawing a woman in half, not quite as much fun. You say, look, this is Harry, Bessie. So usually I start the sponge ball with this routine. Now, like I said, this is a routine is for beginners, this video, but I'm going to go over a lot of different ideas I use for the sponges. This is a double blank card, okay? If you don't have one, you can just take some cardboard and make some. And what you're going to do is you're going to use this position here, but actually you're going to put it on the right one, sorry, okay? So it's going to be hidden in your sleeve. You're going to start by letting them examine this, make sure they can feel the ink is on there. Okay, you don't really want to show them the other side, but it doesn't really matter. As they're examining that, you're going to roll your sleeves back, again showing your hands empty in a gesture. Okay, you don't want to draw attention to it. Let them examine that. Now you do the same still, but over here. Okay, your thumb actually just goes in, and it clips it in the thumb clip position. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to make a change where you flip this around. Okay, this is the Bob Hummer change. And what I'll do is I'll pretend to come over and I'll make it come right out of the picture. And then I'll do a paddle move to show. And the paddle move is just flicking, like this, to show this is blank before I put the card away. So there's different ideas to go into the sponge balls, okay? I think I'll leave it at that. I'll make some more videos for you. Enjoy that. Go check out MagicSecretsLive.com. You can get over 50 free tricks. Go see my more advanced material, and you have a great day.